All right, everybody, welcome to Newbie Orientation Bootcamp class number 3. So excited you guys are here. Tonight, y'all are going to be hearing from Allie on consistency, and I'm really excited for her to share about this because I truly believe that it's the key to success. So Allie, we are going to start with you, girlfriend. Take it away.
Hey, you guys. Thanks, Marianne. All right. So yeah, consistency is my topic to chat with you guys about tonight. We talk so much about consistency in this business. It's everything when it comes to your products and getting the best results, and it's everything when it comes to getting the best results from your business. So one of the best ways to be consistent and share your love of these products is going to be through your posting, through your sharing. And whether that's on Instagram or Facebook, that's going to be a great way to show everyone in your life that you're committed to this new health journey and that this is something worth your time. I like to set a schedule and I like to stick to it. So I try to post 3 days a week. I usually do a Monday, Wednesday, Friday post, and I post early in the morning as soon as I wake up around 8 a.m. or so, because it's so important for that great engagement. You get so many more views and action on your post when you post it nice and early usually. That's a Megan Ashman tip, and it's been working really well for me. So post consistently 3 days a week, and then manage your post and monitor it. You don't just want to post and pray. You want to actually respond to the comments, answer them, tell them you'll send them a message, reach out right away, engage with your post. So that's been something that's really helpful for me. On the days that we don't post on our feed, maybe post something in stories that day. Maybe post mixing your pink drink, or if your kids take the vitamins, do a taste test with their vitamins. Post your active before your workout. Just little ways of showing that Plexus is a real part of your life. Because what that does is it makes your audience see that not only is this important to you, but it's not just a one-time thing. Oh, she tried these products once and it must have been a phase. But the more you post consistently, the more people see that this is something that's really valuable to your life, and the more they pay attention that it could be a good fit for them. In terms of what you post, I love to share my own story, and I try to do that once a week. I post my own testimonial, what I love about the products, at least once a week. Even if you're new, you can still post what you're loving, your early results, your energy, even if you love the taste. And then I also love posting other people's testimonials, and that's what they're there for. The whole Plexus community is part of one Plexus, which means we're all allowed to share each other's amazing success stories, unless it says not for public sharing. But for the most part, we're allowed to share all of these incredible testimonials. And those are so important to post because people can really see themselves in their other people's stories. People can really relate to those. So I love that. And I stick to that schedule, 2 testimonials from others, and then my own personal testimony. So 3 days a week, and post on days even when you don't feel like it, because it's so important to keep those posts coming and keep people's Facebook feeds or Instagram feeds full of these amazing life-changing stories. Also, I love that people really, truly want to connect to something. The slides that we post are great. We have some beautiful slides showing everything about gut health, but I rarely get a message from someone saying, that slide about eczema really spoke to me. It's usually, although they're beautiful and they're informative, it's usually you talking, you getting on and showing your face and talking about the products, what you love about them, or you showing your friend who's had an amazing success story. So it's usually those are going to be the most relatable. Okay, something I hear all the time is I'm out of people. I shared with everybody in my network and I've run out of people. That is not ever going to happen. It's not possible. You can't run out of people. There's so many new groups you can join. You can join a mommy group. You can join a home decor group. You can join a giveaway if you're on Instagram. There's so many ways to make new friends, new connections, new relationships. And whether you have 500 followers or 20 followers, you can be so successful in this business because that is the premise of network marketing. It's sharing something you love with your inner circle and then them sharing something that they love with their inner circle. So if you just have 20 people that you want to share these products with, and you just get 20 people in your life started, and then 15 of those people get 20 people started, you're emeralds. Like, you can do this next month. Like, that's how cool it is that everybody can do this, no matter how big your following is, no matter how big your network is, everybody has influence. And so 20 is a really great place to start. So whenever you think you're out of people, make sure to think about their network and all their people, because there's no way you can run out. Okay, and then the last thing I want to share about consistency is consistency in your follow-up with your potential people.
That water bottle you had before?
So sometimes you'll post something great and someone will say, okay, I'm interested, send me the info. You send them the triplex video, you send them a nice write-up on the products, you send the ingredients, and then you don't hear anything. And you think, oh, I guess they're not interested, shoot. And you circle back a few days later, hey, just wanted to check in. Did you read my message? Did you watch the video? Nothing. You don't hear anything. They're totally ghosting you. So what I like to do is give them a couple days, 2 or 3 days. I check back in with something different this time. I'll use anything. I'll see a story that relates to their health goals and I'll say, oh my gosh, Sarah, I just had to share my friend Allison's story with you. She suffers from debilitating migraines. It spoke to me because I thought of you immediately. Check it out. Or I'll check back in and I'll say, hey, I'm not sure if you had a chance to listen to my message, but I received a code for 10% off this week. It expires in 2 days. I just wanted to see if that could be helpful. We all know there's a code going on right now for 10% off. Just use that as another way to get into their inbox and see if you can kind of help motivate them to get off the fence. If that doesn't work and they're really ghosting you, I usually will call them out on it. And after a few days, I'll just say, hey, Lisa, I'm going to assume since you haven't responded that you're probably not interested, and that's totally okay. But could you just let me know either way? Because the last thing I want to do is be a bother. I've just seen firsthand how amazing the results of these products are, and I get really excited to share them. Usually they're going to respond to that because you called out the elephant in the room. And usually it's going to be a yes. If it's a no, that's okay. They always say it. The yeses build your business. The no's build you. And it's so true. You're going to hear a lot of no's in this business, but all you're doing every day is sharing something so passionately and so confidently, and what you're sitting on, everyone needs. Feel so strongly about the fact that you are just honestly putting out into the universe something that you feel passionately about, that you have seen work for you and other people. And if it's for them, amazing. If it's not for them, that's okay too. Most of those no's, and we all know this by now, but most of those no's eventually become yeses. It's really funny how it works. But the more you post and the more they see it, the more you get those messages from someone saying, all right, I've been watching for 6 months. I'm finally ready. Those no's do eventually turn into yeses down the road. So share consistently, share confidently, be so positive, because that's magnetic and that is what people are attracted to. And eventually everyone is going to want what you have.
So good, Allie. Oh my gosh. Really quick, because I know people are probably going to be writing that down. Can you say your message when somebody's been ghosting you, when you call them out? If you guys want to write this down, right? Because I know if anybody can type fast, put it in the chat.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you want me to type it in the chat while Jen's talking?
Perfect. Yes. Because it's so good. And let me just say this, you guys, posting on your feed, like Allie said, creates trust. Because how many friends do we know, they're all excited, they post about something, and a month later, they never post about it again. It's like, how can you did it really change your life? You know what I mean? So consistently posting does not mean that you're pressuring people, does not mean that you're salesy, does not mean that you're being obnoxious. It means that you're building trust with your audience, right? And so just like Allie said, pick those 3 days a week, be consistent, always show up and post. It's so helpful. And when you're posting other people's testimonies, guess what's happening? People are watching, and those people that have ghosted you are you never know what testimony is going to be the one that inspires them to join. So if you guys have any questions for Allie, just pop those in the chat. Thank you so much, Allie. It was so good. So Jen is going to talk about mapping, and I know this has really rocked our world on our team, and so I'm really excited for her to share this. So Jen, where are you? Take it away, girlfriend.
Hey guys, my name is Jen Cobb, and I am a Diamond Ambassador. I started my journey almost exactly 2 years ago. I started my business August 1st, 2018. And I started because out of a need of earning an income. We had no income coming in our house, family of 5. My husband had lost his job. It was just a really scary time. And so I had been following Marianne at this Loud House on Instagram, and she was talking about this pink drink and how she was making 6 figures. And I thought, she's either nuts or she's telling the truth. And thankfully it was the latter, because I just said yes. I was like, sign me up. I need to make $1,000 my first month, and I made considerably more than that my first month. So if you are in here and you guys are new, that's what this is for, is to encourage you guys and give you the tools that you need to be successful in this business. And we are proof, just looking around this chat, you don't know who everybody is probably in this chat, but we are proof that this works and this business is incredible and these products are amazing. You guys all know that because you all are on them. So we are going to talk today about mapping. So you're probably thinking like, what the heck does that mean? And so this is something that we really only started, I don't know, maybe 6 months ago. And basically what it is it is a path to your goal. So let me start by saying, before we even get into the mapping, that if you are new and you haven't done this, I highly recommend that you do this. And that is make a list of 100 people that you know. And you might be sitting there like, I don't know 100 people. Like, I don't have 100 friends, or I don't know 100 people. You totally do. It could help maybe going through your contacts, going through your Facebook, your Instagram. These can be real life friends, social media friends, whomever. Just make a list of 100 people. So, and I want you to take that list and I want you to kind of put it aside. And then I want you guys to think about what your goals are. So without getting into too much information on the specific goals, if you need to know kind of what rank is what, you can go ahead and ask your sponsor after the call. But so we're going to use, as an example for tonight, we're going to use the goal of senior silver. So for people who were here before and are just getting back into the business, this used to be super silver, and they changed the name just like last month to senior silver. And what senior silver is literally 10 friends. 10 friends that join you, and they order all in the same given month. So remember, I just said make your list of 100. So you're going to pull from that list of 100, 10 friends. So your map is going to look, I mean, some people, you should see some of the maps. Some of them are so pretty and elaborate, and people do them on their computer. I don't. My map is usually not that pretty. It is just a piece of paper, or get a composition notebook, whatever your kids have left over from school. Remember that thing that they used to go to? You want to get out that composition book, and you just want to literally write senior silver map, if that's what your goal is. If you're going for senior silver, you're going to need 10 people on your map. So I used to say, like, I have an old training where I would say, make a list of 1 through 10. And since then, I have kind of thought that the list should be a little bigger. So it's up to you to determine how many you want on that list, but you need at least 10 people on that list. So the paper, this is so simple, you guys, but sometimes simple is hard for a lot of us. We like to complicate things. We like to make things harder. That is how so many of us function in life. But with this business, the simpler you can be, the better, I promise. So your list is going to say something like senior silver map, and you are literally going to number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And remember, I said you want to give yourself a buffer. So you're going to probably want to go 11, 12, 13, 14, maybe up to 20. And that is your map. Simple, right? It's so, so, so simple. Because what happens is when you start to write it down, like light bulbs are going to go off. They're going to go off, and you're going to be like, oh, if I'm putting Sally down, I'm totally going to put Sarah down, because like they're BFFs, and you know, or I think they'll want to do this together. So you want to start with that list of 100, and then you want to make your map, and you want to give yourself a nice buffer. And then what you're going to do is you are going to start to reach out to every single person on that map. You can go in order, out of order, it doesn't matter. that map's going to get ugly. It's going to get really ugly. And so that's okay. Like, it's going to be crossed out. People are going to be X, no, no, no. You know, Aunt Sally said no with like a red X across it. And then what you're going to want to do is always revert back to that 100 list. Because let's say you get through 1 through 10 and you didn't really have that good of luck, then you have that list of 100 people that you can go back to, and you can start maybe adding some other people in. I know people keep the same map all month. Some people crumble it up and light it on fire and start a new one. I mean, that is totally up to you how you want to handle your map, because the best thing about this business is it's your business. So we are here to give you the tools and the tips and the tricks and all of the things, but you get to, you know, discern which one's going to work best for you. So that is how the mapping goes. And I want to also touch on goals, because you may be on this chat thinking like, well, I don't know what my goals are. So you are going to want to get with the person that you joined with and really work on a reachable yet a goal that kind of makes you feel a little scary. If your goal is so easy, like so many people, you guys, I went silver. I added 3 people in my first like hour of starting the business. Marianne was like, what are you doing? I was signing up somebody on my phone, my iPad, and my laptop at the same time. So like 3 came in, I think within like 15 minutes. And I'm not saying that to be like, I'm amazing. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it is very, very, very easy for a lot of people to grab their first 3 and to hit that first rank of the company, which is called silver. So you want to have a goal. So if you're like right off the bat, like I hit that silver super, super, super quick, you are going to want to set your goal this month for senior silver, which is just 7 more people beyond that. So you want to make sure that your goal is achievable. You just want to make sure that it is achievable, yet a little scary. You want to be uncomfortable. This business is not about being comfortable. It's not about like being all easy, you know, and taking the easy path. It is about challenging yourself and pushing yourself a little bit. And your sponsor will help you with that. Your sponsor will also let you know if your goal doesn't look attainable. You know what I mean? We will say, that's great that you want to do that, but let's start here. Let's scale it back a little bit and let's pick this goal so we can get you there. And then, you know, there's a little bit less stress and all of that. So we will help you with that. But, you know, the thing about the map, I'm gonna wrap it up with summarizing why I think the map is important. I use this analogy. My team knows I'm an analogy person. I use analogies all the time. If you're anything like me, I do have a good sense of direction, but I just lived in another state for 10 months. And my GPS in my car was my lifeline. I got in my car every single time, almost I got into my car, I would enter in something on my GPS because I needed to know how to get there. That's so basic, right? Like I could have just gotten in my car and like started driving and tried to figure it out, but likely I would not have gotten to my destination. So I really want you guys to think about that every time you sit down to make a map or edit your map and you're like, ugh, I don't feel like doing this. Think about that. You will be lost without that map. It will be so much more attainable when it is written down and you can track it. I promise you guys this. And we used to do this without maps. I just don't even know how we functioned before that, but we did this without actual maps. So that is your lifeline. That is going to get you to your destination. Also, if a goal is not written down, it is a wish. So I want you guys to understand the importance of just writing it down, and it's written down at the top of your map, you know, like Jen's map to senior silver, you know, so that is what's going to give you the motivation and the daily, like, what do I do and who do I reach out to? It's all going to be right there for you. So that is all I have for that. Does anyone have any questions on mapping or goals? You can drop them in and I can answer them while Marianne is speaking.
Jen,
did I get everything?
Yeah, so good. Can you just speak to, because a lot of newbies might be going, okay, I'm looking at this list and my map. How do I reach out to these people? What do I say? What did you say to those 3 people that joined you
Perfect.
right away? Because that was
Okay.
before you had even seen results with the products.
Yeah, absolutely. I had started the products 2 weeks before, but I didn't start my business 2 weeks after I started my products, but I really wasn't seeing that many results at that point. But I just said, I am starting this new journey that my friend Marianne has been on for a year or 2 now, and she is having the best results. She's seeing better energy. She's seeing better sleep. Her mood is better, her hormones are balanced, and I am so excited to try this with her. And I'm looking for somebody to try this with me. Like, we might as well, try it together. And then if they kind of question, well, a lot of people will say, well, you really haven't been on it, or you haven't tried it yet, or you haven't even gotten your products yet. This is the thing, you guys. Everybody's body is different. So this is about gut health. So the state of my gut health is different than the state of Marianne's. It's different than the state of Emily's. So it doesn't mean that I'm going to take the products and have the same exact results as them. But we have enough testimonies. We know enough of us, like in this chat on our team, that are having successes and testimonies that we can feel confident sharing that with them. And then also, there's no risk. They have a 60-day money-back guarantee. So there is absolutely no risk. We are not asking somebody to join like the Disney Book Club, where you can't get out of that. You are stuck in that for life with 4,000 books and like 20-year-old kids. It's not like that. So you are able to get out of this if they don't like it, but you're going to be going to most likely people that trust you at the beginning. So just be excited for them to join you on this journey and let them know that you've seen or you've heard that others are having success with XYZ.
I love it. And let's face it, as girls, we don't go to the bathroom alone. We sure aren't going to pink drink alone, right? Exactly. So you just tell your bestie, I'm sorry you're doing this with me. So good, Jen. All right. If you guys have any questions about the map and what that looks like, if you joined and you're still within your first 30 days, you qualify for some extra bonuses. So please talk to your sponsor so you don't leave money on the table. We don't want anybody to leave money on the table. Okay, I'm going to talk briefly just about retention and follow-up. I know Megan Zott did an incredible job last week talking about what to do when you add a newbie. If you've forgotten it, go back and watch it. So I'm going to talk about keeping your customers. You work so hard, right, for them to join. Now, how do you keep them, and retention? And so we make it really easy for you guys, really easy. We have a video series that all you have to do is send them the appropriate video. And if somebody has that, they could add to the chat really quick. That would be awesome. It's so easy. There's a welcome video. There's a video for each of their first 12 weeks. And you're going to learn so much watching it. And so I like to do all my follow-up on Fridays. I set a timer and I call it Follow-Up Friday. And it takes me about 20 minutes. And I send the videos to those, depending on what week they're on. And then I check in and I troubleshoot. But 2 really important things that I want you guys to realize. One, if you're new, you've got to link arms with your sponsor, with your upline. And so you want to put every single newbie in a 3-way chat with them so that they can help with this process. Because when they're going through detox and you're like, I don't know what to do, your sponsor is going to help, right? And I'm telling you, I've seen it all, right? So make sure that every single newbie, even if they're just a happy wholesaler, even if it's your grandmother, I don't care who it is, maybe not your husband, but every single person, put them in a 3-way chat, okay? That's really gonna be helpful. And then what you can do is you can send the videos to the 3-way chat. So they're going to watch it, and when they ask questions and you don't know how to answer the questions, your sponsor is there to help and to support you, okay? And that's what we're here for, because this is on-the-job training. And by the time you have gone through this process with even just one person, you're going to feel confident then to go and help somebody do the same. Okay, so you're going to use these videos. You're going to really, you guys, the first month is the most important. And trust me, I have learned from experience. I would sell somebody a welcome pack and I'm like, woo, great. All right. Hope you see some results, you know, here's your chart. There you go. And you guys, people, you know, that's just not the way this business works. The fun stuff starts when they order the welcome pack. And so it's really important that you are connected with them the first 30 days. So connected, especially if they're going to do ProBio 5, because that's where if they're going to experience detox, which is a good thing, which we need to celebrate, right? But I will mark on my calendar when somebody is introducing ProBio 5, so I know I can check in with them and be like, how's it going? Has anything changed? You know, how are you feeling? It's just really, really helpful, okay? Does anybody have any questions on that? It's pretty straightforward. What I do, so if we can get the videos in the chat, great. If not, ask your sponsor for them. But in the notes section of my phone is where I have them. And so all I have to do is hold my finger down on the welcome to our Plexus family and copy and paste it as soon as somebody joins, okay? And then of course you're gonna do all the things that Megan told you about adding them to the groups and all the things, but this is gonna actually help them. There's a video for week 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12, okay? And this is gonna go through absolutely everything. They are done by Kimberly, who is in the medical field, and my friend Christy Jacks, who has seen great results with Hashimoto's, okay? Those are the girls that are talking on there. So this is just really gonna make your life easy. You can either set reminders in your phone so that you remember to send it, or you can be old school like me and I write it down on a paper calendar. That just works really, really well for me. But that's gonna make the biggest difference, y'all, with your retention, because what you don't want to happen is 3 weeks later, you check in, you're like, oh, I gotta check in with her, whoops. And she's not drinking her water, and it's, you know, all the things aren't happening the right way. And, you know, then we kind of have to backpedal and get them on the right path. But if we can start people, set them up for success from the get-go, it's going to make all the difference. Jen and Allie, is there anything that I missed with that?
No, I don't think so. I think you got everything.
Not being able to yes, so that's where, Heather, it's so important helping people go silver, right? And so I just like to say, listen, I get a budget. We had to budget for these products when I started, and I would hate for anybody to not be able to take their products because it's not fitting in their budget. So let's just go ahead and take care of that. The other thing that I like to explain to people is, listen, I want you in my 80%. I want you in my 80%. And I say this to somebody right when they join and they ask what the 80% is. Well, 80% of people that add 3 people go silver, stick with it over 6 months, which means that they see results, which means they pretty much are going to be lifers, right? So I will just be very honest and I'll say, listen, Jen, I'm going to be honest with you. I want you in my 80%. This is the deal, right? We got to find you 3 people. And I know things are tight for you right now. And so it's a win-win. You're going to get your products paid for, right? You're not going to have to budget for them anymore. And your friends are going to feel healthy and you guys can do it all together. And so when you're passionate about that, you guys, they're like, great, what do I need to do? Right? And then if you're new and you're like, I don't know how to be passionate about that right now, I don't even know what I'm doing, that's where your sponsor comes in. And that's why you want to have that 3-way chat, because if you're kind of nervous and you're not really sure how to have that conversation, we will come in with our belief and help you, right?
One more thing I wanted to say about that, that I think sometimes it doesn't always, but sometimes it works, is when people are talking about being able to afford the products next month, is letting, like, this is in their budget already for a lot of people. You know, they're already taking vitamins, and now their kids are taking, you know, are taking vitamins, and, you know, they're just buying all that stuff where they buy their toilet paper, you know, like they're buying that at the grocery store, but they might not even be thinking about that. So you know, while they think they don't have the budget for that, some people will be like, oh, but I do buy. I buy probiotics. I buy the other stuff. I buy my shakes at Target. You know, like, so when you start to kind of let them see that there is probably already a budget there, they're just not doing it online, you know. And I think kind of some people, I see their eyes kind of open, like, you know what? Yeah, you're right. My kids need vitamins and we love shakes, or whatever the case, you know?
Yeah, and for me, I just gave up my Target dollar trips that turned into not a dollar section, right? And Starbucks. And that more, in fact, I ended up saving money because I stopped doing those two things and totally covered Plexus. Totally did. One other thing, and we'll end with this, you guys, that does help with retention is making sure that you explain the perk points, which also will help with them affording their products, because, you know, when somebody joins, they get 250 perk points just for joining. Okay, did you know that? Did you know you got that? And so every time your subscription runs for 100 PV, you get 100 perk points. And those perk points you can redeem for free product, okay? So what I like to do is I like to have my newbie jump on her computer and I show her where her perk points are, how many she has, and then we go through how many she's gonna get every month. And you guys, every couple months, they're almost getting their order for free. So go through those perk points and really explain that, because it also is gonna help people stay consistent on their products. And they have to have their subscription set for 100 PV, or if you turn it off, if you change it for less than 100 PV, you lose your perk points, okay? So this is all about consistency, right? Any questions on that? Okay, well, you guys, thank you so much. Allie and Jen, thank you so much. Next week, we'll conclude Newbie Boot Camp. And so you guys, we're gonna wrap it up next week with all the things. But if you have any questions, maybe you need to go back and watch the others, you absolutely can. And please reach out to us. So thanks, you guys. Have a great night. Bye-bye.